Next is the combo chart. Combo chart is a combination of line and clustered chart. So you would very well see in this example that there's a clustered column chart and a line. So it is covering two dimensions in two different ways. So there would be a sales line, there can be another target line which might be ahead from the sales. This is one part of it. So this can be the count versus the total count, what you can compare with. What are these charts? Technically, a combo chart combines the column chart and a line chart. Choose from the line and the stack column and line and the clustered column. So this is what everything is about. What are the properties you need to configure to get this? So you need to configure a shared axis. Shared axis meaning if the period is June to July, then the corresponding line data as well as the column bar data should be present for these three values. So this is the shared axis. Column series, column values and line values. Line values is the line value over here. Column values is the stack chart over here. Column series is what data you want to see. That is what the series is all about. When do you use this? When you have a line chart and a column chart with the same x-axis. Similarly, over here, the line has something known as June, April and July. Similarly, column dimension is also having same values. This is one starting point. To compare multiple measures with different value range. So this is the multiple measures. To illustrate correlate between the two measures in one visualization. So when we say measures, it means two formulas. To check whether one measure meets the target defined by the other measure. Like I said, this can be a target, these can be the values. To conserve the canvas space. So since we are on a very limited screen space and we are forced to have more information in a displayed in a very limited space and that too in a very appealing fashion, this is a chart which can help you to cover two dimensions in a very small space. Let's have a look. So these are the charts which we already seen. Line plus clustered and line stack. This is what is all about. These two especially are the charts what we are talking about. This is the probably the units, and let's have a price as a column series, probably line series, sorry. And this is the line. For these products, which is a common axis for both the quantity as well as the price column, you have two of these scales. Please remember, when you use a dual chart, you have two scales on the y-axis and a single scale on the x-axis. In this case, these scales can further be raised. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at these value decimals. If I say I want to have 1,000 decimal, so this changes, right? What if I make it billion? So this changes again. Okay, I make it auto back to what it was. In the secondary line, you can have another scale, and that scale you can show it as, let's have one more piece over here. See this log. When you say log, it is 10, 100,000, 10,000. That logarithmic increments are shown over here. Or you can have a linear. You can also specify the start to be 2k. Right? So it starts from 2. If you want to say 2, you can have only the values which are starting from 2. If you want an end, probably let's remove this and see what are the maximum and the minimum available. So if you want end at 1k, so you can have something known as, and you will see that scale has gone out. So this end option will effectively scale your line. If you want the line to appear at one particular value or inflate it, you can do that. And the best is the as is scale, right? You can show your units as well. Data colors are part of it. Shapes are fine. Plot area. What if you don't want transparency? You can make that thing as transparent or no. So this basically the visual background and the screen background is the question about the plot area. Title you already know appears at the top. Borders you already have specified. Tooltip, if any, you can always say if there is over here. We've seen this. Visual header is by default kept on, and rest of thing is the same.